Hi, good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning. Um, I shall be there in just one moment or so. Computer's kind of dragging a little bit. Usually when it does that, it means that it's time for updates, right? But it seems like I just got my updates. So anyway, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Let me put my mouse and stuff away that I don't need. Okay. Today is Tuesday, March 25th, 2025. Tuesday means craft day, right? So I'm going to go ahead and work on my dolphin a little bit because I need to get that done. It's been a long time, right? I don't know if you call that crafts, but hi, Gladys. I see your name up there, but I don't see you. So welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I grab my light box over here. Get that out of the way. It's going to be a beautiful day here today. We're going to get to 71, but right now it's not beautiful. And I think tomorrow's forecast is for 74. Highly, highly unusual for Washington at this time of the year. So I've been told. Hmm. Having issues with Zoom. Oh, okay, you'll get on. No worries. All right. Hi, Tracy. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome. How you doing today? How are you? It is a beautiful day here too. Only it is a little cool. Yeah, it's a little cool right now, but it's going to get warmer as the day goes on. And it's like kind of weird, but you know. Hi, Pamela. How are you doing? I missed you. Hi, Susan. Good morning from Dreary Central. I sent you the number, Susan, if you're interested. Hi, Sandra. Hello, hello. Welcome, ladies. Welcome, welcome. It's good to see you all. Oh, I just lost Gladys. She'll be back. So here is my dolphin. Oh, Miss Ellen is live. Okay. My dolphin's looking so good. I can't wait to finish it. It's almost done. I'm not saying I'm going to finish it today, but it's almost done. I believe this is the first time I've ever caught her online. Really? Hi, Lori. Welcome, welcome. For some reason, my phone is having issues with text. Hmm. And Gladys is having issues with Zoom. Wonder what that means. Don't know. Pamela, starting to do some sewing again. Just simple stuff, trying to get my life back. I understand, Pamela. Remember, hon, we're here for you, okay? We are here for you. If you want to talk or just anything. Sandra said hi to Lori. Okay, I have a. It's going to work, I guess. I don't know why this is in plastic, but seems to be stuck in plastic. There, throw that away. Okay. Um, Lori said hi, Sandra, and Sandra, hello, Pamela, and hi, Sandra. Okay, so I really don't have that much left on here. I can't believe how much I got done. It's more or less the filling in the. Yeah, look at that. Woohoo, he's almost done. I'm so excited. Look how long I've been working on it. Okay, so for right now, I'm gonna go ahead and do the D's. Yeah, there's no D's up there. Okay, finish out the bottom down here. Um, Susan says not getting them or able to send them. We'll do shut it down and restart to see if that fixes. Okay, good idea, Susan. And hi, Pamela, and hi, Lori. Okay, D. D is 11. Congratulations, Gladys. She did it. She's got 304 subscribers. Way to go. Good job. I'm so excited. I don't know how many I have. I haven't looked lately. Okay, this is 13. No, no, G, not G. Okay, will do. As soon as I find as soon as I find 11, okay? There we go, right here. Okay. They're falling by my. Okay, congratulations, Gladys, says Lori. Okay, Sandra, she'll be right back. And Tracy, yeah, way to go, Gladys. Okay, give me just 1 second, please. Here we go. Pretty sure. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Pamela. Thank you. Thank you. All right, Susan. Done deal. Okay. So I'm going to pour some of this in here. I'll go down so you guys can see what I'm doing. And I'll turn on my phone. Cases. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you very much. Okay. Now that I finally got the right ones, right? I was looking for the wrong one. I don't know why. But last night I didn't feel so good. I didn't feel good at all. And I thought that, I was hoping I wouldn't have to cancel today. But when you don't feel good,
Here I am.
yay, she makes it.
I had to update the Zoom app on
Oh, that'll
computer.
Well, welcome back, Gladys, and congrats on your 304.
I went over to Debbie's channel this morning.
Uh-huh. I'm so excited, and I just can't stand it. I'm very happy for you, Gladys.
Uh, Pamela, Iron Stitches is Tracy. So
Yes,
Journey Tracy.
yes. Yeah, she changed her name a while ago. So yeah, it's Tracy. Tracy over here. I am so close to finishing this. I can't just want to get it done.
Susan get
Susan should be coming on.
yeah, she must be having problems. No mic, no picture, like I was having. So there she is.
Hi.
There she is. Hi,
Woohoo!
Susan. You made it.
My phone is working again. Yay.
Yay. Yay, yay, huh? It's always nice. Okay, Pamela says hi, Tracy. Tracy, oh yes, Tracy is here, formerly Sojourner Tracy. Yep, that would be her.
Okay, I'm going to take my laptop into the kitchen because dining room, I'm sewing, binding on my quilt. Yay!
Okay, to get it done.
Yep.
Did you all see Gladys's uh quilt that she got done?
No, I did not. Sorry about that.
Yep, she posted a picture of it.
Well, I. Ha ha ha. Okay, I'm going to turn the picture off so you don't see me traveling. As I can get my phone in my pocket. Come on, go in the pocket. There we go.
Pick a pocket, any pocket, just go in.
Oh, you're funny, Kathy. Oh, now to figure out where in heck on this table to put this thing with everything all over it. Uh-oh.
You
Do
lost
what
your
they do on the
picture.
shows. Just brush it aside. Like they do on all the shows. If they don't have
Well, there's a box in the way. I've got to move.
there you go.
Tracy says I changed names. Most women change shoes. LOL.
Pam says you're funny, Tracy. Oh, you guys are too much this morning. Pamela has started sewing again a little bit, trying to get her life back slowly but surely. And as I said, we're all here for you, Pamela. Man, this piece filled in right nicely. Okay, some of these are upside down. As I go along doing this, I see spots that I have missed on previous ones that I was working on when you think you got it all and you don't. So there's some over on this side. Not a lot, but some. I have some of that shellacking that's going to go on top of this when everything's done. So, are you going to go help your friend today, Tracy? Oh, oh, there we go. Okay. Any more? What I'm working on. Yeah, right there. Got awfully quiet. What happened?
We're fine. Owen's channel.
Ah, okay.
There's where Sandra is and
Yeah,
Tracy.
Sandra says she'll be right back. Okay, I don't see any more. Okay. Nope.
Okay, here I am back.
Okay, welcome back.
It took a little while. Had to move broken down boxes and that big box that has my blender and all that stuff in it somewhere else.
So
Now I'm back.
now that you're out of breath,
Tracy says no, she's only open Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'm stopping by her house once a day to feed her bunnies while she's in Florida this week.
Ah,
oh, okay. Well, I guess as business picks up, she'll be open longer. Okay, so let's do C's. What is C? C is 10.
Gladys, did you show your quilt on your live yesterday?
Uh, Not too busy with Gordo.
How is
Because
how is he?
I'd love to see it.
Well, I
He's
could go
quiet
look.
today.
I could go find it and show you on right now if you want. Go find it. I know exactly where it's at. Hold on. Hold on.
Tracy says I'm trying to figure out how to stuff my gingerbread. Man without overstuffing. I can't help it. I always think it's just needs a little more if you like bricks.
Okay, here you go. Here you go, Susan and everybody. Here's Gladys's finished quilt.
I had to lay it
Oh,
on the
that's
bed.
very nice. Good job, Gladys. And thanks for
I
showing.
know, isn't that pretty?
Yes,
Love it. It is called Daydreams.
I remember that.
Hi, Dorland.
Hi, Dorlan.
Hello, Dorland. Welcome.
You're trying to figure out how to stuff your gingerbread man without overstuffing. Can't help it. I always think it needs just a little more. They feel like brick. Yeah, it's a really nice day here too, Orlin.
Uh, we are cloudy, overcast. The fog has lifted. We had rain overnight.
Gonna get to 71.
It's
You know,
84.
we're supposed to get up to 70, and I'll believe it when I see it.
I'm gonna quit talking.
That sounds like uh Dave, skeptical. Okay.
It's 80. It's 84 and sunny here, Texas. Supposed to get up to 91 today.
Oh my gosh, seriously?
Yes.
That would be nice.
See, Tracy, hi, Dorlan. It's sunny here in Ohio, but a little cool. Yeah.
According to my laptop, it's 49 and foggy. The fog here is gone. It's just overcast.
Yeah, I woke
So
up to
that would
fog.
be a couple hours ago.
I woke up to fog.
Let's
So
see what
Dave,
Kindle.
Sandra 57 and sunny where she's at.
Check
In
the
that
weather
little
on my
town,
Kindle.
in that little town of Ritzville.
53, mostly sunny. Where's the sun? Oh, Mr. Sun,
Behind
Sun,
your
Mr.
house.
Golden Sun.
It's behind your house.
54 in Yakima, 57 in Kirkland. Oh man, wish I was down there. 83 in Tucson. I want to be there, Eric.
No more. Unless you move there. You ever thought about moving there?
Too far away from my children.
Yeah, that's true.
Now, if one of my kids moved there, Sue Ellen, to find a job, I might consider it.
But as it stands right now, no.
Yeah. Right now, if I was going to move, it would be to Port Angeles to be close to Sue Ellen and be able to help her out.
I knew you were going to say Port Angeles.
Hi, Mary Webb.
Hi,
Hi,
Mary.
Mary.
It's at
Welcome.
84 sunny here. Good morning, everyone.
Lori, it's dreary here at 39. I'm sorry, Lori. And Tracy, Susan, I love the view of your sewing quilt. It
Thank
looks
you.
so fun.
And all the boxes piled up back that way that I still haven't gotten to, but you know what? I don't care. I get to them when I get to them.
You'll get to it when you get to it. You're not on a time schedule like you were when you had to get out.
Exactly.
So, ever you get to it, you get to it. That's the way I look at it, anyways. How's your day going today, Mary? You see. Yeah, I was saying last night I felt horrible.
I'm sorry.
You know, when you feel like you're gonna throw up, but you don't.
Yeah,
That's how
I'm
I
familiar
felt.
with that plant. That.
Yeah, that's how I felt. And I'm not like that. I don't usually get like that. And let me tell you, I didn't like it. So I went to bed early. Tracy is sewing now, housework whenever. Yep, there you go. And Darlene, Susan, are you back in your space?
I moved back into my apartment on, I think it was the 21st of January.
Geez, it was 2 months ago already?
Yeah, I just can't believe it. Well, I did spend 2 weeks in February not here.
But even so,
I know, it's just where did winter go? It's already spring,
I know.
though it doesn't look like it here. I want to see leaves on those bare trees. I want to see blooms on the flowering trees.
So is your brother going to get another dog?
I think he's gonna be waiting. I will. So we'll see.
You think what? I didn't catch that.
I think he's gonna wait a while he mourns the loss of Lucy.
Yeah.
I'm going to wait a while before I make him the Dawson quilt.
In honor of
And I'm going to make
Lucy.
sure that I do one charcoal gray dachshund in memory of Lucy.
He was charcoal gray.
Lucy was charcoal gray, yes.
Ooh, how pretty. I don't think I've ever seen a charcoal gray dachshund. Now that you mention it,
Darlene's asking Susan, are you back in your space?
Yes, I am.
we got Q's, we got all different letters and numbers that I need to, but it's getting there.
Friday, I'm going to go to the Tri Cities Quilt Show at the convention center down there.
That'll be fun.
Yep. Saturday, I'll be in Moses Lake for the day.
What's going on in Moses Lake?
Um, our church diocese used to do what they broke the regions out in deaneries, and you had deanery meetings, which were kind of dull and boring, and nobody came to them. So now they do it differently in formation kind of things. What's in the fall and what's in the spring, called Gathering Day, and we're going to be discussing and finding ways to show both in our congregations and in our communities the way of love.
Nice. Okay, Dorlin says, I want the same thing, but the frozen ice from the storm killed all the bulbs that were starting to come up. Aw. Tracy, it's such a blessing to have our pets, but so painful when we have to live without them.
Yes, I
Yeah.
still days really get sad when I think of the cats that I used to have.
Um, I have a couple pictures of my dog, Alex, that I always talk about. Tracy says I think faster than I type. Let me show you. Jen found them yesterday, so might be kind of okay. Here's one.
Aw.
My beagle. And then here's here he is doing his favorite thing.
A little lower.
Huh?
Look
Put
it
your phone
down.
down a little bit lower. There. Now we can see him.
Can you see him?
Yep. Before all we could see were his legs.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there he is. He was supposed to be all beagle, but nope, that didn't happen.
There's Lucy, sucked out on the rug.
She's cute.
She was very cute.
Okay, Tracy, that is why I have so many missing words. The misspelled words are my bad speller check autocorrect. Ah, Tracy, you're good. And Dorlin, changing to my laptop in the sunroom. Okay, Dorlin.
Apparently, my phone was really being stupid. Calls weren't coming in. I've got 5 voicemails.
You want some
All
calls?
those,
You,
all
you
those
can
text messages that came yesterday and day before that I didn't get. Ugh, phone, I hate you sometimes.
you can have my stuff, my phone calls that come in. I was I keep getting these calls from 94449, right? And so
Mhm.
yesterday I just am tired of it and I answered the phone. I go, leave me that blank alone. Except I filled in the blank. I screened it. Haven't heard anything since. All nice and quiet again. But when you get 50 calls in one day and they hang up on you,
Yeah.
it's gonna get on your nerves.
Uh-huh.
That. Unknown caller. Oh, I used to Spokane.
I spoke too soon, Kathy.
No, that was Spokane, not California. Okay. I wonder if I did the C's. It doesn't look like it. Or if I did, I sure missed a whole heck of a lot. But I'm
I worry now if I lose any of the diamonds on my diamond art, I'd have to go all the way to Port Angeles to get some from Sue Ellen.
they always give you tons, you know. Very rarely do you always have plenty. And then a lot left over that you probably will never use again. Unless you're Carrie
Or Sue Ellen,
or Sue Ellen. Yep.
whom I'm sure is doing a heck of a lot of them with nothing else to do. Listen to podcasts and work on her diamond art.
There you go. Sounds like a cool day to me. She doesn't watch TV.
She can't see her TV from her kitchen table where she does her diamond art.
Diamond art. It's fun. I want to get this done so I can start my rose.
You know, maybe if I get more into it and do more than the 8, 10 that I diamonds that I put on it before I lost a ton of them on the floor, and quotes were calling my name, maybe I'd be more into it than I am.
Yeah, that's true. Tracy says, has anyone ever lost their mojo for house cleaning? And how do you get it back?
Apparently I lost it a long time ago.
Ago. And then she says, I'm procrastinating, switching my procrastination button. Ah, Tracy, you're funny.
I did wash a few dishes yesterday, but then they were ones I needed to use for making dinner.
You're bad. God, I haven't done, I think I did the dishes one time in this house, once. That was it.
Hopefully, having this batting contained now, I won't get the little fuzzies on this quilt top.
There you
Quilt
go. Hopefully.
top now, it's quilted except for most of the cornerstones.
I don't like cornerstones very well. To be honest,
It's much easier to line up your sashings if you do cornerstones.
I know, but it doesn't mean you have to like it,
And
right?
I like that mine kind of brighten up the sashing.
There you go.
I gotta say, finding fabric the other day to bind this thing was fun. I brought the quilt with me to the quilt shop, and of course, the fabric I used for sashing I bought at a an estate sale. So God,
Uh-huh.
how old it is. And of course, it's not a color you find easily. So we looked and we looked and we looked, and no, it was too green. No, it was too blue. No, it was too green. Oh, it was way too green, too limey green. And then Sandra found, the shop owner, found this linen type fabric that has the exact color of the borders and sashing in it, and darker green. So it works beautifully.
Good. Glad you found what you were looking for.
Hi, Carrie. She says, I am sorry I can't come up. My stomach is gone again.
Oh no.
Oh no, Carrie. How did everything go yesterday? Is that part of it? Is that what you feel like that? I know the feeling. I was like that last night.
Oh, I have an appointment at 2 o'clock to
Yeah.
go get my COVID shot. Gotta remember to do that.
I hope you feel better soon, Carrie.
Yes, Carrie, feel better soon.
No fun being like that. Believe me, if she feels anything like I did,
I hope the feeling being made to feel like a pincushion didn't hurt too much.
I'm used to that. Okay, any more C's? The ask for and you shall receive, right?
I think the other thing I've got to do is get some sort of a tray that I can put the different colors into of the diamonds.
I don't have that.
They're using that little tiny thing that is so easy to knock over and have the things go flying.
Yeah, that happens. Believe me, it happens.
Caroline says, finally my tablet was acting up. I spilled my bowl of pins on the floor trying to find my magnet wand.
Oh no.
No.
And Carrie says I have 3 different needles poking at me, trying to get blood out of my arms.
Yeah.
Terry, I feel for you. I know.
And she has
Oh,
to have a stress test.
yeah, I think of the surgery to put the port in that I was going to have. Get admitted. I see Nicholas's mother as a nurse. She didn't want to hurt me because she'd known me since our kids were in fourth grade together. And of course, my veins in my hand just hid because it was cold. And she tried and she tried and she tried. And she says, I don't want to hurt you. I'll go get somebody else. And she goes to get somebody else who was a mom I knew from Lincoln. Same thing.
Well,
I don't want to hurt you. I don't want to hurt you.
you live in
45
a
minutes.
small town, Susan. What do you expect?
Yeah. Yeah. 45 minutes later, with a third nurse who I didn't know, a hot blanket and a hot pad on my hand, I finally got the IV in.
God.
Yeah, that was no fun at all.
Good times.
I had so much bruising on the back of that hand.
Tracy says, "Oh no, darling, I know exactly what you're going through. Thank heavens for magnet wands." And hi, Gayla. And she says, "We're gonna have to stop being like this, ladies, haha."
Yeah. Hi, Gayla. Welcome. But where else can you go and have a good time, right?
Certainly not the lab at a doctor's office or hospital.
Exactly. I think Susan's on the right track.
I don't even know anybody now who works at our hospital since both Julie and Kay retired.
Hmm. I can't find the number I'm trying to look for. Not purple. There we go. Very last one. But that's just my luck.
Of
Gayla
course
says
it
that
is.
is right. And Tracy's waiting one more week to go back to the doctor.
One more week to get your results and all that.
She said she had to get a stress test.
I hate those things.
Yeah, they're no fun. Okay, so this is Q.
I'm going to warn you, I'm not going to be on tomorrow.
You're not going to be
Oh,
on. You have to take Gordo back to the vet.
Well, I'll do that in the morning, but then I got to go pick up my daughter from the airport.
oh, you
Your
have your
daughter.
daughter. That's going to be nice.
The youngest one, yeah.
How long is she going to be visiting?
26 to the April 1st.
Mm.
Nice. How far away does she live from you?
She lives in Springfield, Missouri with her sister.
Oh,
She wants to come visit mom.
I've been close to Missouri, but not ever been there.
She doesn't have a
Well,
driver's license, so
uh,
Is she anywhere near Jenny Gone?
don't think so.
Springfield is quite a ways from Hamilton.
It turns out it wasn't the wind yesterday. I have to go exchange an internet extender. The signal is super weak in this end of the house.
Oh no.
And Lana's here. Say hi to everybody.
Hi,
Hi.
Lana. Hello, hello.
Springfield is 3.5 hours away by car from Hamilton, Missouri.
That's not too far. Not
For
really.
that part of the country, that's kind of a ways. Those are smaller states. You're going from almost the south end of Missouri to almost the north, past Kansas City, Kansas and Missouri.
Okay. I don't know anything about it, so
I just Googled.
ah,
Oh, record warmth and severe thunderstorms are forecast for Western Washington this week. Ouch.
that's me.
Yeah, that's my daughter too, which is why I'm getting these now because I have a daughter who lives over there.
Record what? Snowstorms?
Severe thunderstorms, record warmth.
Kayla says I live in Missouri in the lake area.
Ah,
Yeah, Dave said the other day we're going to be living in an RV pretty soon. I said, well, at least in an RV you can travel. Take your home with you and all your belongings.
apparently my Facebook hasn't been working either. Why was my phone really acting up? Okay, done with that. Phone back in pocket. And eventually I'll actually get out of my pajama pants and put my jeans on. Or maybe not.
Yes.
Oh, I have to because I'm going to get my short.
Oh yeah, that's right. Otherwise, I was going to say stay in your PJs. What the, you're not going anywhere,
I'm
but
gonna
you
see
will.
if they can give me the RSV shot today too.
What is the RSV shot?
It's that lung virus that has no, it's respiratory something pulmonary virus,
Okay.
and there is no real treatment for it other than being in the hospital.
And I'm sure people have died from it.
Yes, they have.
I don't get any of the shots at all. Probably stupid not to, but I have not been sick, so
Well, you're not out in the public like I
no,
was, a playground supervisor.
no, I'm not. I go out, but I go for walks and stuff, but um, not where there's large crowds or kids. Now that you mention it, I don't remember seeing kids on my walk.
Factories.
Huh?
The little germ factories.
Yeah, those guys. Thank you, Gladys. She says, thumbs up, ladies.
I did when I came on and let you know that I was having a problem with my text messaging and
Yes, she did.
phone calls apparently. And
For those of you guys that have just come on not too long ago, Gladys is at 304 subscribers. She did it.
congratulations, Gladys. That's really amazing.
Yep, she got to 300. Pretty awesome, huh?
Said I went over to Debbie's channel.
Yeah, I'm sure being on Deb's channel that really helped.
Yeah, it didn't help me. Okay, any more cute? Yep, here's one. Right, Q's. Looking for Q's. K's. I don't see any more Q's, but sure enough, if I put this away, I'll see it.
Hmm.
Um,
Um,
well, no, I don't see any. Come on. There we go. Okay, so now I have to do um, R. R. Which I know I'll see some Q's as I do R's, right? Luana says, congrats, Gladys and Dorlin. My doctor said not to have RSV shots with any other shots, so I had to make another appointment 2 weeks later.
well, I'll talk to my pharmacist about that. Thank you.
Now you don't want to get sick.
Well, he was nice and quiet till now.
Gordo,
Yeah,
how was he last night? Pretty
I don't
good.
know. I went to bed at, well, he was, I went in the other room after I got off with you and he was quiet and laying down.
How old is Gordo?
10.
Ah,
Yeah,
I put Debbie's channel in there. That's who I went on there this morning with.
Debbie. Okay. Sounds good to me. Debbie's channel in quilt. Oh, that's her?
Yes,
Let me see here. Hold on.
okay.
2004.
Let me check YouTube on my phone. See if I can run my battery down like I did yesterday.
Now be careful and always make sure you're by a plug. Mhm.
Yep, I was already subscribed. Yay.
You are?
Yes, I was.
I wasn't, but I just did. Can you guys hear the sirens?
Nope.
No?
Okay, apparently I didn't get a lot of emails too yesterday. Wow.
That's good. That way you don't have a lot to go through. I had over 300 when I woke up. Dorlin, I have to run downstairs to look for more of my stashing material. Okay, Dorlin,
Okay.
no problem.
Wow. Interesting. Oh, now this is not nice, putting these two against each other in that madness.
Turn over. I got enough R's.
So I voted for the one who's way behind in the votes, but I don't care. I liked her story better. Thank you, Let Madness.
What are you talking about, Susan?
Um, oh gosh. About 6 or 7 years before the pandemic, two Episcopal ministers started something during Lent to kind of make Lent not so somber for the Episcopal Church and used the March Madness for college basketball as a kind of jumping off point with brackets and things. They call it
Mhm.
Let Madness. You write in the fall to nominate somebody who's in the lesser saints, greater and lesser saints in the church, and why you're nominating them, and then they put them in brackets, pair them up, do a little bit of a blog about who they were and what they did in their faith, and then they pair them up and you vote on the one you want to move on.
Oh, okay, I see.
It's kind of fun, actually.
Have you ever been in it?
I'm not a saint of the church.
Oh, okay.
Um, Last year, Chief Seattle was one of the people in it, one of the people in the matchups. Johann Sebastian Bach was in it. Today's was two Chinese ladies. Okay, I'm going to turn my sound off so I can listen to my voicemails and you guys not hear them.
Okay. Okay, after I get done with the R's, there was more on the bottom than there is up here on top. Okay. Trying to straighten up the mess I made when I thought I could see. Okay. Okay, so that's that for right now. Um, got some R's in the dolphin, I see. We must put the dolphin together, right? Okay, any more? And okay. Over here. Okay, so it looks like next week I'll be able to finish it up. Beginning to look really, really nice. I like it. Okay. Okay. Trying very carefully to keep the um the plastic on it so that it stays. Okay, what happened here?
You don't get your hair or Chase hair in it.
Yes, exactly.
That's why I gave Sue Ellen some Wonder Clips so she can use Wonder Clips to hold the plastic down to keep her two boys' hair out of hers
A good
while
idea.
she's on them.
Okay, that's that.
She was very appreciative of.
Yeah, it's a great idea. That might never thought of. I've been doing this for a long time. But next week I'll finish it.
I wonder if an ice cube tray would be good to use to put the diamonds in. Deep enough
Well, yeah,
and not
well,
so easy to tip over.
right. So, it's actually a fairly good idea there. But I don't have an answer for that. So,
I only thought of it because I see an ice cube tray at the top of that opened box by the window.
well, like, Mike, for me?
For me,
Oh, for you. Okay, I was gonna say, I don't know.
yeah.
Sorry.
I have a pink plastic 3 tray that I got, hors d'oeuvre tray that I got from Dollar Tree a few years ago, which I really like. I've used it for stuff for luncheons at church in October, which is Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Right.
And on top of that is a white ice cube tray. Going, hey, you could use me if you ever want to do it again. You know where the thing is because it's right there.
What diamond art are you working
Uh, see if I can get it out without causing a major avalanche. If I can get up off of this chair without knocking things down.
on?
Okay. That's what it looks like, Kathy.
Hold on. I want to lift up the. Okay, Lana.
Oh, there it's not reflecting too much of the light.
Oh, wow. Purdy.
I just am not as into it.
Yeah, some people are and some aren't. That's just the way it is. I got into it when I was doing Christmas.
Okay. In.
Okay, let's do some hexies over here. Oops. Okay. I cut a lot of white fabric yesterday, so I can continue doing the hexes.
Nice.
I can't stop yawning.
That was me yesterday. This morning it was couldn't stop sneezing. Till the
Man, I
weather
haven't
changed.
sneezed in a long time.
Well, the weather changed, and I start sneezing when the weather changes. That's just me.
Okay, Jen, time to rise and shine. Up and
Rise
at
and
'em.
shine and bring out the glory, glory, rise and shine. That church camp song that I still remember from my youth.
You know, some songs stick with you. I remember some of the cheers that we had in high school. People look at me like, huh? And I wasn't a cheerleader.
KKKNGGGAROOS. Kangaroos.
No, we're from Valencia. We couldn't be prouder. And if you can't hear us, we'll yell a little louder. Or kick them in the right knee, kick them in the left knee, kick them in the wee knee to touchdown.
Yeah, I think every school did that.
I like
That's
that
one
one.
that we had. Of course, my favorite was during football season when the team we were playing scored. Ooey wayata, ita ata, ooh, ooh.
What?
It was something that we got that was gotten from indigenous peoples, which was kind of fun.
I went to some football games when I was younger in high school. Sometimes I went by myself, sometimes I went with friends, but
I went to home games because I was in the pep band.
I was
Kinda had to.
had no choice.
Exactly. I just won my solitaire game. Cool. My daily solitaire.
I miss those days.
My high school held the conference record for most consecutive losses.
Oh my God.
Yeah. The 3 years that my brother Chris was in high school, they didn't win a single game.
Wow.
Third game of the season, my junior year, we played Interlake, which is one of the Bellevue high schools.
Hmm.
They had been conference champions. They had played in the finals of the state champions and lost by like 1 point.
One whole
And
point.
we who held the record for that were holding the record for the most losses had to go play at their home field. And I don't know what got into that football team of ours, but we won 21-9.
Oh wow. Well, I think maybe the other team didn't play very well.
They looked like they were playing their hearts out. We just played better. And then
Okay.
all of us from Lake Washington got in the cars we'd ridden in or the Rudu bus and quietly left before the shock wore off for Interlake.
That's funny.
Front page of the Seattle Times, the Seattle Post Intelligencer, because we had that paper then, the Tacoma News Tribune, the Bellingham Washington paper, the Olympia Washington newspaper, the Ellensburg Daily Record, the Yakima Herald Republic, 7 state newspapers at least. Oh, and the Journal American, 8. Front page, Lake Washington High School breaks 29-game losing streak.
Yeah, that would be there, all right.
That was in sports section. That was with pictures on the front page of those newspapers. That's, oh man, it was funny, but it was also kind of humiliating that we'd had that many losses.
My little brother was a quarterback, so he was in the paper a lot. My older brother, he was a pitcher for the baseball and a shortstop.
And what I really don't understand, they named the football stadium after the most losingest football coach in that school's history.
That's why they did it, Susan, to remind everybody we don't want to lose.
Coach Chappell was a
Think
horrible.
about it.
Coach Chappell was horrible. Now we had a great basketball team. We always went to state in basketball.
Well, you can't win them all, I guess.
I shall be back. I got to go put my pins in the pin box before they fall on the floor.
Okay.
All my safety pins.
Safety pin. Okay, is everybody remembering to give a thumbs up? Yeah. Where, oh, where did everybody go?
I was watching Laura Lynn with her on her live.
I was there, but she didn't say hi to me.
Oh, she said hi to me.
Not me. That's unusual. June said hi to me. She was the only one that saw me, I guess.
I didn't see you, but then I really wasn't paying attention to the chat. I've got a magnet on top. Look at my safety pins trailing on top of the magnet on the top. That's funny.
It is funny.
And they all fall down.
Well, so Gladys, when your daughter's here, are you going to be coming on or no?
Inquiring minds want to know.
Just
What was
curious.
the question?
When your daughter's here, are you going to be coming on or no?
I don't know yet.
Okay.
That I didn't finish this jigsaw puzzle on my Kindle, so I can't start the daily one until I finish this one.
Oh, I love jigsaw puzzles.
I especially like the digital ones because I don't lose pieces.
Yeah, me too. I got several here that I need to put together. Over 1,000 pieces.
That's the other thing that Sue Ellen likes to do is jigsaw puzzles.
I think one's a Lori Holt, and the other one's a Santa, and I think the other one's a Thomas Kincaid.
Last jigsaw puzzle I physically put together was a Missouri Star.
No, I don't have any of those.
Well, that had been gifted to me by my secret sister.
Secret sister.
Who can't be my secret sister ever again because she moved.
Oh,
I'm gonna miss her.
You guys keep in touch?
I haven't since she moved. She took a cruise first.
Oh, why not get that out of the way? And then think about your cruise and all that, the fun you're going to have, and then come back to reality called moving. Like I said,
Well,
it took
she
us
did it.
3 months.
She did it the easy way. She paid for movers.
Oh, well.
Actually, I shouldn't say she did. Her son did. She's
How
moving.
far did you move?
She moved to one of the Pacific Isles. It's not Hawaii.
Not yet, Susan. Not yet. Did you get yours? She wants to know if I got my soul sampler.
Uh,
If and you got yours, you can come on and show it if you'd like. Doo-doo-doo. What I like about the soul sampler, it's always something, it's always really nice. Yesterday, do you want to come on and show it?
must
I
have
want to
gotten it.
see.
Well, for
I want
her.
to see. I want to see. Yeah, she got it yesterday. Whoa. You really like it? Well, come on and show it.
I want to see it.
I want to see it too.
Even though I don't get it, I want to see it. And who knows, maybe once I start getting
Did I send her?
that part of my retirement, I'll be able to afford to order it.
Okay, I'm gonna send you the numbers. Okay, Susan.
Apparently, I did not do a very good job trimming the batting and backing.
Okay, I sent you the numbers. Okay.
Here we go. Woohoo.
It's not a bad one, Sandra says. I watched someone open theirs. And then Susan, I watched Jamie open hers. Well, I want to watch Susan open hers.
I watched Tiffany this morning before Laura Lynn came on. She was making more of the quilted cards that, like the one that came in the most recent Open Gates box.
Oh, I used to get that, but I canceled.
So now I want to see if I can find some of those cards so I can make some quilty cards, note cards to mail off.
I canceled my subscription to Open Gates.
Oh, I did too because it got way too pricey for my
Yep.
earnings. When my rent went up, yeah.
Mine was up to $60. 60.
Hmm.
And then I also had Mrs. Quilty. I don't remember what that one was, but
Open Gates was the only one I subscribed to. She was doing a Valentine gnome quilt on Sobeka. It was so stinking cute. So I asked, was there any more of the boxes? And she said yes. So I subscribed. Then and there,
and got it.
and made that that quilted wall hanging for Sue Ellen, who is my other gnome fan in the family.
So does she have it hanging on her wall?
She did for Valentine's Day.
Nice.
I like landscape puzzles.
Yeah,
Those are the
same.
kind of puzzles I like.
But I
This one
don't
that I'm
have
doing
any.
is a waterfall in Vietnam.
Ugh. I'm working on one on my computer thing that's really hard. Been at it for 3 days now.
Well, you can set the number of pieces that you want to play with on
Yeah,
this
I know.
version.
Same as what I was doing, but
And
it's just
because
a
I am
hard
not
one.
great with them, I I do the 62 piece ones. And I don't scatter the pieces. Um, let's see, what do they say? Scatter the pieces and rotate them. Much easier for this person who's not the biggest puzzle fanatic.
I
Get
think
the
mine's at
satisfaction of
100,
getting them done.
144 pieces. I think that's what I do. Usually I whip right through it, but this one's really got me stumped. And it's one of those that you can only look at it at once and that's it, and you got to go by memory.
Yeah,
Tough, I tell you.
goodness knows where that piece goes. That group goes that I'm working on right now. That seems to be coming together really well. That's where it goes. Cool.
Yeah, I think I'm one of the last people that gets theirs. Susan!
You keep shouting at her, and I jump.
Oh, I'm sorry. Miss Shady Susan!
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I'm sorry, Susan.
That's the problem I've had my whole life because so many people of my generation, ladies in my generation, have the same first name.
What were your sisters' names?
I only have one sister, and her name is Wendy.
Wendy.
Wendy Ellen.
Not so common.
My parents got her name out of um, Peter Pan.
Ah, aha.
I don't know where they got my first name out of. I know where I got my middle name from, but I do not know where my first name came from.
Like you said, Susan was popular in your generation.
My
Okay,
oldest brother
Susan.
is Michael Gary.
If you have time when you get done, okay?
Then there
Uh,
is Wendy Ellen, Christopher Kevin, Susan Elizabeth, me, and Eric David
hmm. Is Eric with a C or a K?
with a C. Mother wouldn't let Dad use the Norwegian K.
Okay, Susan's going in the house to fix her husband's.
Oh, that's the right color, but it doesn't work there. Shame on you. And that's not going to fit there. This one? Oh, you are. Cool. Yeah, I'm talking to myself. Sorry.
That's okay. Let me see when my due to arrive. Mm-hmm. Um,
Oh, it's done. Ooh, that's pretty.
doo-doo-doo. Okay, that Photoshop. Hmm. It says it's supposed to arrive today, but it doesn't say anything about. Um, let's see. Um, nope, just said it's supposed to arrive today.
Hmm.
That's it. Not out for delivery or anything like that.
I have an Amazon order that's supposed to come to anytime between today and the end of the week, and I want it. I want it. I want it.
Patience is not a virtue.
I know patience is a virtue. I'm not very patient sometimes.
Uh, well, it happens to all of us.
I'm especially not a patient person when it's waiting for somebody.
I used to be not patient when I had to wait in line at Disneyland.
That because I knew that there was no way around it. I didn't let it bother me. And I tried to teach my kids not to be bothered by it.
Well,
And Disney people are pretty good about making things fun while you're waiting in the queue.
when I first started going to Disneyland, there were no lines. You just hopped on. And then as
Well,
time went on.
you can still do that depending upon what time you enter the park.
No, I mean it was like that all day. Busy, but not busy. I lived there. I was raised in Anaheim. I used to sit on our front porch and watch the fireworks every night.
Fun.
Well, not every night, but when I felt like it, they did it every night.
I had an aunt who sold her orange grove to Mr. Disney.
Wow. I did a term paper on them. Um, Walt Disney and his brother Don, I believe it was Don, came to the United States back in 1937 or something like that, with only $1.36 in their pocket.
Mm-hmm.
They went to Santa Ana and asked them if they could build a theme park. And Santa Ana said, "Are you crazy?"
And has regretted it ever since.
Uh-huh. They went to Buena Park, and Buena Park goes, "Well, we already have Nutbury Farm." Oh, okay. So they went to Anaheim. And I'm sure you can build a theme park. They were thinking the revenue and all that, right? And that's exactly what happened. But so they started building it. It opened July 15th, was it, of 1955? So, and then Walt died. There's an apartment above the fire where the fire station is when you first go in to your left. There's an apartment above that, and that's where Walt used to stay.
Yep, I remember that from when
Remember
we
that?
the two kids there back in 1987.
And it's still there. Big old 3 bedroom because of his kids and stuff. He wasn't the only one that stayed there. Yes,
We
you see Hexies, Sandra. Lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of Hexies. Oh my
we
gosh.
stayed we stayed in the Emerald Hotel right next to the Disneyland Hotel, and that was 87. Our windows overlooked the parking lot. What was the parking lot?
Oh, my sister always goes to the Grand Californian right there, which is on part of um, downtown Disney.
Mm-hmm.
So she always gets the room that is at least on the third floor, where you could look down and see.
Yeah, we were fourth floor, so we saw a lot of parking lot.
Yeah,
The
no, she
monorail. Matterhorn was out our window.
Matterhorn,
The submarine ride was the first ride when you entered the gate we entered.
right? We just saw all kinds of different people, different nationalities walking by downtown Disney. And she had a good view of the fireworks and the parade.
I
So,
don't remember if it was. I think it was the 50th, or it was one of those big birthdays for um, Snow White this summer that we went. So the parade was a Snow White parade that
we were
went through the
coming. Oh my
park.
God. Check this out, Susan. We were coming out of Alice in Wonderland, when Jen was like 4 or 5. She was little.
Mm-hmm.
And the parade was going by, and Aladdin looks down. And when Jen was small, she was beautiful. Her long hair and stuff. I used to always get compliments on her, right? So Aladdin looks down. He goes, "What a beautiful little girl." And so the rest of the day, Jen's all, "Mommy, Aladdin said I'm beautiful." Yeah, yeah,
See,
yeah.
my memory with the kids, Sue Ellen, of course, Cinderella is her favorite Disney princess.
Cinderella.
She just loves Cinderella. And this was before you had to go to a certain area to meet the characters. The characters walked around the park.
Right.
And Sue Ellen's eyes got really big, and she goes, "Mommy, it's Cinderella and Prince Charming." So of course those two actors heard and came over. And Sue Ellen she wanted to be in front of Cinderella, but Prince Charming took her hand, and Cinderella took Jason's hand. Well, Jason, I'm sorry, he was the Transformers Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle kind of boy. He
Right.
was not Disney princess and certainly not Prince Charming. And the look on his face was, "Why are we having to do this, Mom?"
Was
And Sue Ellen,
priceless.
"I want to be in front of Cinderella." Look on her face.
Yeah, you don't always get what you want. They don't do that anymore.
Nope, you got to go to the,
Mickey's Toontown and you'll find them.
yeah, you got to go there. Kind of
Sandra
sad how things like that change.
Sandra says, I see Hexies. Oh yeah.
I worked on Hexies yesterday while watching YouTube
You did?
when I woke up from my surprise nap.
Man, I envy you guys that can take a nap in the middle of the day like that. I cannot.
I did not expect to take a nap. I fell asleep while watching YouTube.
Can I see my basie? He's right there. Okay, time out for a minute. I'm gonna see my baby boy. Gotta push myself out. Come here. I love you. I love you.
Hi, Chase.
There goes scissors, X's. Hi, Grace. Say hi to the ladies. Say hi. Say hi, Mommy Spin. Susan says, I'm going to see you pretty soon, Chase.
Mm-hmm. Trying to figure out what day I can make it across the mountains.
Love you. Yes, I do. You're my baby boy. Hey, Mommy, not on YouTube. Here's what animals think. Get off.
Would you just leave me alone, lady?
You want to do me a favor and go wake up Jen? Huh? Want to go wake her up?
Go jump on her and put your paw in her nose in her face and lick her and make her wake up.
Exactly. No. Yeah,
That's
you're
how
not. Yeah.
Wisp wakes up Sue Ellen and it's like, "Okay, my dish is empty. Feed me, get up and feed me."
Chase, Chase loves this sweatshirt. So when I wear it out and don't wear it anymore, I'm gonna put it in his one of his tunnels and give it to him.
I told Sue Ellen,
See how relaxed he is?
yeah, I told Sue Ellen with how Wisp does feed me. You should have named him Seymour from that movie.
Where'd she get Wisp from? Because there's a Wisp on Animal Crossing.
Um, it was they don't play Animal Crossing. It was what Isabel named him because he was just a wisp of a little boy.
Mm. Jen knew for months that that's what she was going to name Chase. Chase.
He's not a wisp of a little boy anymore. He's big,
Yep,
big,
they grow.
big boy.
I was watching this little
I
girl.
knew I didn't need a seventh. Ah,
I was watching the little girl this morning that got a black cat for whatever. She just got one. It looked like Chase when he was a kid. Then I showed Dave, and Dave was holding Chase. I go, man, look at the difference. You don't really notice how much they've grown until you see, huh, baby? You've grown all right. You've grown widthwise, not lengthwise. Yeah. Man, he's relaxed.
He's just chilling out.
Yeah, he is. You like that? That feel good behind your ear, huh? Hmm? Do you think we deserve it? Yeah. You're such a precious boy. Yes, you are. Yeah, you're a good boy. Okay. You want to go? Hmm? You want to go?
Was nice to see you, Wes.
Bye.
Mommy wants to work with
Let
taxis.
go. I'm trying to get rid of him and he won't go. Bye. See you around, clown. No?
Or square or rectangular.
Okay. You don't have to go. You don't want to go. You don't have to go. It's okay. Rockabye chasers on the treetop. What? Now you want to go? You want to go? Huh? Tell me if you want to go. You want to go? Okay, he's gone. Gone, 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 gone. Now I can pick up my scissors. Oh, my glasses is what he knocked off. Not scissors. Glasses and what else? I don't see the scissors. Yep, glasses and scissors he knocked off the table. Right. Back to what I was doing before I was so pleasantly interrupted.
Oh, Laura. Lucky you. She's in Puerto Vallarta.
Ooh, Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. Lucky her.
Oh. I didn't remember what day you were coming back, Laura, and I didn't know where you were going. I just knew you were going to be gone.
Who?
Laura. She's my co-chair of quilt intake for.
I see.
Oh, with 3 generations of her family. Nice. Annual tradition.
There you go. Traditions are nice.
Mm-hmm.
I miss I miss our family get-togethers when I was growing up for like Christmas and Thanksgiving and stuff. Good times.
And maybe it was a good thing my phone wasn't working right because now I'm getting bombarded by messages.
There you go.
Oh, that's what it was. It hit that. Okay, that's what that clunk was. My machine just went clunk. No, it wasn't my machine. There's something on the table. Okay. Being hidden by my quilt.
Hmm. Do not come out. And it came out anyways. Excuse me. Let's see if we can get this in the first time. Bad chance, but I'll try.
I'm sorry for laughing.
I got it.
Okay, now do know that when I come over, I'm giving you a couple packages of my size 9 betweens because they're way too big for my hand holding.
Okay, thank you.
You will have some. And no, I'm not teaching you big stitch quilting because I don't like big stitch quilting.
Okay. There's only so many hours, you know.
Mhm.
It sounded like there was something thrown against the door.
Maybe that's your nail.
Yeah, but my box would be in the mailbox. Here's my tablet. Forgot to give it to you earlier. Thank you. I like that little tablet. It has a keyboard and a mouse. Not that I ever use it, but it's there.
There. I was disappearing behind the loftiness of my quilt.
Okay, it sounded like there's something thrown against the door, Dave. A couple minutes ago when you were running the water. No? Okay. Maybe downstairs. Who knows? Hmm. Oops. 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 Why is everything attracted to this sweatshirt?
And I was just thinking about this fabric I used in the back. From the laundry basket quilts, and it just seems to grab everything.
Mm-hmm. I can definitely relate, Susan.
I spent over an hour with a lint brush trying to clean the back of it off.
I got to get a lint brush. I need one of those.
I went to Fred Meyer, broke down. And then I had to ask where the heck they kept them. I don't go into Fred Meyer often enough to know where things are, and I don't buy lint brushes all the time to know where they keep them.
There's too much stuff at Fred Meyer. Kidding.
Ours is a lot smaller than yours over there, so
Oh,
that could be why.
ours takes up a whole city block.
The Redmond one, yeah, I've been there. It's huge.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, it's 50 degrees outside. Real feel is 56. According to AccuWeather, we could reach the record of 74 set in 1960s.
Whoa.
In 1960. Wow.
Yeah, I wanna go over there and shop at Fred Meyer's just to
Oh,
see.
man, I broke the thread.
I've done
Oh, I ran out of bobbin.
that. I hate that
Hurts
when you're like air sewing. Yeah.
completely.
Yep. Oh man, the thread came out. Oh, you jinxed me, Susan.
I'm sorry.
Okay, let's get it in here.
Yeah, I think my bobbin was totally empty. Completely and totally empty.
You know what would be cool if the bobbin lasts as long as the thread. You know, you put a new thread on, you put new bobbin in, and away you go.
That would be nice, but I know it wouldn't happen.
Yeah,
It wouldn't make a bobbin case big enough.
I know.
Oh, I think I might have to get some more thread.
Oh no, you just got a bunch.
If no, from my sewing machine.
Oh,
What thread I bought is for hand sewing.
uh,
Really?
so is everybody remembering to give me a thumbs up? I hope. Looks like it. Yep. Thank you. Thank you.
Did
I sure enough did.
when it first came on.
That's what I always do. That way I don't forget.
When I was going, she didn't send me the numbers.
I did though. See, I sent it to you twice. Did you see that?
Yes, and I appreciate it. But my phone was not letting me.
I know.
That didn't work.
Oh, I know. Okay, so this one's done. Da-da-da-da-da-da. I think that my needle minder, I got it from Lori Holt. I think it's supposed to be a bee, be in my bonnet. It's really cute, I think. That's what it looks like anyways. And little things up here. Okay,
Okay.
this down.
Do I need to watch a stupid video again?
I hope not.
Me too.
So, opening day is Thursday, and I think the Angels are going to be playing the Cubbies or the White Sox. I don't know who the Mariners are going to play. I'm not as into it as I usually am. I don't know what's wrong with me. Okay, is there another piece here? Okay, before I start this, I'm going to stand up for a second.
And my thread into a knot.
That's what I do to the ends of mine. Tie them
Well,
into a knot.
I didn't mean to.
Oh,
This was a spool. Come on.
how's Delaney doing, Sandra? Chubby cheeks.
Come on.
You okay? You have no kids today. Wow, how'd you manage that? That's good for your life, huh? You working on hexies or getting ready for your live? Sewing and cleaning.
Okay. I am not enjoying you. Hopefully, with the last little bit that I have to sew, you're not going to be enough, and I know it. Hey, Metler, I'm really tired of you doing this.
Did Bailey go home? You're live. Today's yeah, you have a live today. I had to second guess that one.
All I was doing was kicking up my thread. Ah,
Now. Oops. Ouch. Just jabbed a needle in my thumb.
Do that.
Now I jabbed it in my finger.
Well, your thumb is actually one of your fingers.
Yeah,
Goes by a different name. It's one of your phalanges.
I so desperately need a thimble. I don't I'm getting all banged up.
Well, where are your thimbles, dear?
They don't fit. I need one of those leather ones that go over here because my thumb and everything's so freaking fat. I've
Well, I
always
don't have.
had big fingers, always, always. Is Jen up, Dave? David Luke. Dave. 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 Is Jen up? Sure, sir. It's noon. If it's not, she needs to get up. I woke her up at 11. Sandra, yes, she did. I won't see her again until middle of April, maybe. Oh, I just love Bailey. Did you guys see Bailey with Sanders? It was so cute. She showed Sandra how much she missed her.
Okay,
Okay, what?
that should keep me in bobbin for a while.
What'd you do?
Held it.
Do you have that quilt wrapped around you or is it in front of you?
It's in front of me.
It looks like it's wrapped around you.
No, it's in front of me.
It's a beautiful quilt. I love it from what I see.
Thank you.
It's funny how it looks like it's in front. So she's up. Okay. What happened here? I don't think I. Okay. What can hole? And I'm going to make a knot. See if I can here. Make a knot.
Now to remember which way the bobbin goes in the dang machine. Don't do this often enough.
What machine are you using?
It's my Juki TL 2000 QI. If I knew where the manual was, I don't.
It would help out.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah.
Okay, I figured it out. got it in the right way. This is sehr gut. Now, really,
Really? What happened?
I'm trying to put it in the right way without having to take the extension table off. Now to thread the machine.
I think the Jukies are easier to thread. At least the one I got is.
Well, my Viking was by far the easiest to thread.
Yeah. Sandra, is it true that some people do hexies by the machine? Because I couldn't imagine.
Yes, some people do. They
Yeah.
just don't do the basting. They cut the hexies.
I can't. I can't fathom doing it by the machine.
Judy Staples did.
Did they turn out as nice as that when you do it by hand?
Um, if I can, I forget something. I did.
Uh-oh.
I guess I get to watch that video.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Whoops. What?
I have to put it to that first. That's my boo boo.
What did you do?
I made a boo boo. That's what I did. I forgot a step. Now that I have that, I know exactly what I'm doing. Thank you.
You?
Virtual reward for what? Oh, whoop-de-doo.
Okay.
I said to clear it. There we go.
Okay, I need another spray. Okay, let's. Oops, I had it.
And next time I go to Yakima, or if I'm on the west side before that, go to a quilt shop and buy a cone of thread.
A big thing of thread.
Uh-huh.
What color?
Off-white
Um,
that works with light colors and
I don't have a off-white. I have a tan, but not an off-white.
well, tan works too. I usually piece with a light gray because Guterman, your choices were big of white, big of tan, and big spool of one shade of gray.
I believe I have a couple of them I can give you, but they're tanned,
They're what?
tan colored.
What
Let me show.
brand?
I don't know. It's this one right here.
That looks like Orifil.
It doesn't say Orville. It's cream. It's called cream.
That'd be nice. I'd appreciate it.
I gotta find the other box that has the rest of them. I'll give them to you, but I'll find it. Okay. I shall find it.
Yay! I have thread in the machine. I can sew. Woohoo! I was almost to the corner when I realized I was air sewing.
I hate that. I hate that.
Oh,
Okay, we're going to turn this away. Okay. And hopefully, I haven't touched my yo-yos in months.
let's see. It's been a couple of years.
They're just hanging out. They're saying, "Hey, what about us?" And I like the yo-yos. I think that they're, a lot of fun, but for now, it's all about the hexies. Hexies and cross stitching the Four Seasons.
Yeah, I don't think I needed a whole nother length of another strip. I really don't think I'm going to need a whole nother strip. I'm
You made an extra?
my app said to cut 7. Well, I cut 7, so 6 of them together. And I'm not going to need the 7th one, and I know that. Because I've got that much that I need a binding strip for, and that's much less than than this needs the number 6 one.
Uh-huh. Well, you know what's best. For what you're doing.
Mm-hmm. I do love the Robert Kaufman app, but it was mistaken this time.
Everybody makes mistakes. Right?
Uh-huh. Because as I told my youngest daughter a long time ago, nobody's perfect. The only one who ever was crucified.
Yep. My brother, my conceited brother, he'd say, nobody's perfect, and my name is nobody.
Nice guy.
Yeah, no. No. Do you want me to tell you what Jen calls her uncle?
If you don't get dinged by YouTube for saying it.
I shouldn't. He's a pompous ass. That's what
No,
she
I
calls him.
have a brother who's like that.
I go, Jen, that's your uncle.
I can love him really well living on the other side of the country.
She won't even call him Uncle Eddie anymore. She just calls him Eddie. And I'm like, Jen, that's your uncle. He's not my uncle. Granted, he hasn't seen her in about 30 years, so.
Been a year and a half since I've seen my brother Christopher.
Did you see him when you went out there to see your daughter in Florida?
Not my daughter doesn't live in Florida. She lives in
I
New
mean,
York.
New York. Sorry. I knew that. New York.
No, upstate New York to the bottom of West Virginia is kind of a distance.
Oh. Well, he could have came to see you. Would, somehow. I have a really stupid question.
And that would be,
How much does alcohol cost? Rubbing alcohol?
well, rubbing alcohol doesn't cost that much.
No?
Nope,
Okay.
not compared to the kind that you go glug glug.
No, not that kind of alcohol. Not for me, for sure.
Binding is machine sewn to the top. And I just knocked wool pressing mat onto the floor. The kills. Yay.
Hey, what? You got it done?
Oh my gosh, and the back is covered with lint again.
That's pretty. Tiptoeing through the tulips. I guess you'd have to look real close because I can't see the lens.
Well, I'm going to turn my picture off and go back into the living room so that I can sew the binding onto the back.
Okay.
And plug my machine in, my laptop back in.
Sounds like a plan.
I thought so.
Oh no, we lost her. Everything went dark and then she disappeared. Like some kind of a horror movie or something. Well, what happened? Everything went dark and then she disappeared into thin air.
Okay, where is. Okay, oh, it's in there. Okay, go get the clip now.
Do, 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 do.
Now to remember where my wonder clips are.
You set him somewhere.
Yeah, I know. They're somewhere.
But somewhere is not going to help you, huh?
No, really, it's not.
Are they by where you put your
They should be somewhere on this box that is covered with. I won't say what came to mind.
your safety pins? Are they by your safety pins?
No.
No, I don't know. You don't have a lot of them, huh?
I know. Never mind. Little zipper packages. And I have something else forward. Do you think I can find any of them?
No.
Of course not. That would be too easy.
Now.
Okay, time to go look.
Uh-oh. Okay, pull. I want to remind you all that Sandra comes on after I leave at 1 o'clock Pacific Standard Time here on the West Coast. Uh, 3 o'clock Central, 4 o'clock Eastern. Oh, I'm sorry. And I believe it's 2 o'clock Mountain. I'm not sure. Just a little friendly reminder.
I found them. Woohoo!
Ooh, yay. All 10 of them?
Really?
I got like, I don't know, 400 of them, maybe.
This thing holds, I think it's 150 of them.
150.
Mm-hmm.
They're not as expensive as they were.
I know.
When I got my first pack, I got 10 and they were green. I still have them somewhere. They're green. I think there were 50 of them. And it was how much was it?
My
Like,
first that I bought was a thing of 20 red and it was over $10.
yeah, I think this one was like $25 or something like that. But I never opened the box. I don't know why. It's around here somewhere. Oh, stretch the old back. There. Ooh, my back just cracked. That's what I needed.
You look tired, Gladys.
I'm always tired.
Poor
Keeping up with Gordo.
I closed the door so I don't have to listen to the whine.
Oh. Did he keep you awake last night?
No, I have my bedroom door shut when I go to bed.
Oh,
Keep the cat out. I got up at like 4:30 to go to the bathroom and hear him panting.
yes, Sandra. In about 30 minutes, Sandra will be on.
Oh, it is just about 12:30. Wow.
That's what they do when they're in pain. They pant. Poor baby.
Okay, put pillows behind me so I'm not slouching.
Slouching? What's that? I'm not
Wait
familiar
for it
with
to
that
guarantee
word.
your back hurts.
I know.
Wait to guarantee your back hurts.
But you're on the couch.
Yeah, I am. So what?
My couch is really comfortable, Susan. You could recline back on it if you want.
It depends on how old her couch is.
I'm the third owner of this couch. I've had it for 13 years. Sue Ellen had it for 5 years.
Wow.
It's not a new couch.
That's 18 years right there.
And
Ooh, I can count.
who knows how long the person who had it before Sue Ellen had it.
Yeah.
All those edits.
It's not a comfortable couch to sleep on, right?
Oh, it's very comfortable to sleep on.
Oh, it is?
It's just not comfortable to sit on. And I'm sorry, I can't afford a new couch.
Yeah, I know. They're expensive. I need a new bed. That's what I need.
It's going to be a few years before I need a new mattress.
My bed's about, well, it's one of those pillow tops.
Uh huh.
You know, that was like 30 years ago. So
Well, they still make them.
I know. But this one's super old, Susan. We've had it about 20 years, and it was my friend's. He had it for 10 years, so it's pretty old.
Yeah, it's reached its. You should replace them every 20 years.
You know, the springs are starting to come up, and I'm just kidding. I have to sleep. I have to, when I get to bed at night, this is no joke. So I don't sink in the middle. I have to go all the way to the edge of the bed to get in bed.
Well, for me, my mattress that I was using was purchased in 1997.
Wow.
It had seen better days.
Yep. Definitely need a new one.
And I'd gone to the bank to see what I could afford, and somebody on one of the buy sell Facebook pages posted a 13-month-old twin size pillow top mattress for $20.
Oh, wow.
The college student, they were leaving.
Right.
I understood. I messaged and I said, if you could hang on to it for 2 days when I get paid, and can I have it? And he goes, oh, yeah. And he even loaded up in his truck and brought it over when he found out I drove a small car.
All that for 20 bucks?
All that for $20. Yeah.
And that's the one you have right now?
That's the one I have right now. It is so comfy. I do not wake up with backaches anymore.
Yeah, mine was comfy till it got,
Old.
yeah, till it got old. Yeah. It just, I just need a new one. That's all there is to it. And it squeaks. You sit on it, or every time somebody rolls over, it makes all this noise, which is, back in the day when Dave and I would, it was like making all this noise.
A
And Jen,
chorus.
and, and Jen would say, Mom, you guys were kind of loud last night. What was going on? Nothing, Jen. I guess we just moved around a lot. uh, Too funny. She never did find out. What I like is water beds. I love the water bed. They were so comfortable. My husband got ours. We had a king. He got it. But now I'm not sure, but I think they're banned in apartments.
After one of my father's friends lived in a condominium and they were on the bottom floor. His father had passed away and left him this beautiful piece of art, watercolor.
Okay.
If it had been oil, it would not have been the problem it was. He went on vacation with his wife. They went to Hawaii for an anniversary, got back, and the people who lived up above them had a waterbed that burst right over the wall where that watercolor was. It became a blank piece of canvas.
Oh no.
Waterlogged flooring,
We
water
were,
stained walls.
check me out. We were eating dinner one night after we moved into our house. Maybe we were there about a month, right? And all of a sudden, at the kitchen light right there, all of a sudden the water started dripping on the table. We're like, where's that coming from? The bathroom's on the other side, right? We're like, where's it coming from? So we went upstairs, and my son and his friend Gina were jumping on his bed and broke it. So wiped out the what saved it from staining the ceiling was the chlorine or whatever they should put in there.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it didn't stain the ceiling. But we had to have fans running, and that was that.
If you can catch it quickly, but this had happened.
No, we didn't
Both
catch it quickly.
both Dan and his wife and the people up above had been gone for 2 weeks when it happened and didn't get home for another 3 weeks.
Okay,
So
so
it
it
had
had.
all that time to sit.
Well, all you know is we took Michael's bed away, and that was that. He never had another one. And then my mom got one that had the mattress, and it had like a raft. You know those little holes that you had in the raft?
Mm-hmm.
It was like that, and you filled that up, and it was a water bed. I didn't really like that one as much because it was a mattress with as much as I like the water bed. Wonder if Randy still has it. Probably not. That was the 70s.
Water beds are no longer in vogue like they were in the late 70s, early 80s.
Yep. Oh, I need a new bed, a queen size. Because that's what I have right now is queen.
I like having the room in my bedroom, so I just have a twin. It's nice to have space.
Well, sure.
It's not taken up by a bed.
Yeah, I know you've seen my room, so
Mm-hmm.
it hasn't changed.
Mine has because of the
Yeah.
renos.
Yeah. No, mine hasn't changed yet, I should say. We used to move every 2 years because I would get sick of where we were at.
I hated my first husband's wanderlust.
Why?
I'd grown up in this. We moved into the house in 1961 and never moved until I came to college. Moving is a pain in the butt.
It is. Um, but it's always nice to get into a new place, you know. We moved into this, okay. I lived on the third floor of this apartment building. I lived in one, two, three, four, five different apartments, two on the second, three on the top. And then we moved to a um, townhouse, which I really liked. And then we moved to Harbor Village. We lived upstairs. It was really nice because it was right there by the bus stop and everything, right? And then we moved back to Ala Moana, where the one that I lived in all the different apartments. We moved there. We stayed there for 10 years. That was when we moved and stayed the longest. Then um, I had to renew my lease. They brought it up to the apartment for me to renew my lease. And then she said, and this is for you too. And they gave me a paper that I had to leave. I go, why do I have to why do I have to leave? What'd I do? The neighbors downstairs said that Jen and I were running around the parking lot naked at 6 o'clock in the morning.
What?
Yeah. And that we do that every day.
Sounds like somebody was out to get you.
Yeah, they were our downstairs neighbors. And Victor goes, wow, damn it, I missed it. I mean, think about it. We're gonna run around like that. They said a couple other things too, but whatever. So we left and we went back to Harbor Village. And the first apartment we moved in was in the back and it was a downstairs. I did not like it. It was very small. And so then when the one came up in the front, like we lived in before, they call it a dual master. We moved in over there, and that's where we stayed for 12 years till we moved in here.
Hmm.
And we've been in here, it'll be 4.5 years already. Can't believe it. So all the places we moved were all over Costa Mesa. We just stayed in the same vicinity, I guess you'd say,
Mm-hmm.
just different places.
One of the tenants on the other side of the street, um, she had packed because they're starting the renos on the other side of the street now. She messaged on the messaging thing. She was gone. She went to a wedding in Arizona. Was gone for 3 weeks. Came back to a note saying she had to pay damages for this. Apparently, somebody had vandalized the front of her apartment. She went over to
Okay.
the office. She said, "When did it happen?" And they pulled up the notification date. And she said, I had brought my airline tickets. And I said, I was not here to do this. This is when I left. This is when I came back. This happened right in the middle.
I'm not paying.
Why should I have to pay? I didn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
So a police report was made instead.
Good. Well, at least she doesn't have to pay.
Yeah. Plus, it was that she didn't have the siding on. It was to the building wrap. Somebody came and ripped it. You can just put new building wrap over it.
Mm-hmm.
Really. It's not that big of a deal. It's not like somebody tried to pry off the siding.
So when we moved um out of the Alawana, the one that the lady said we were running around, um, everybody else followed in suit. It was Tom and Lynn, then it was Victor and his family, then it was Mike Mariotti, and everybody just followed in suit. They lost a lot of tenants. Standing there with their mouth open, like when I was helping Tom and Lynn move, was maybe 2 weeks after we moved in, right? And I came back, and the manager, she comes up there and she says, "I'm sorry, you're not allowed on these premises." And I go, "Why?" And she goes, "You're just not allowed." And I go, "Well, I'm helping these guys move." And she goes, "Well, that I don't know what to say about that, but you're not allowed here." And I go, "I'm not leaving until we're done." And Lynn goes, "Yeah, she's not leaving." See,
Remember,
they would,
somebody was on a power trip.
yeah, they would never tell me why. So anyway, then I came back again to help Mike move, and I got some dirty looks, especially when I parked my car in Mike's parking place on the inside of the parking lot of where the gate is.
Mm-hmm.
Got some really, and the Larry, he's the guy that used to live. They moved because he got, well, it's a long story, but anyway, he was staring at me the whole time I was there. So finally, when I was getting ready to leave, I go, "Hey, why don't you take a picture, Larry? It lasts longer."
I was going to say, have somebody take a picture and give it to him.
I know. Everywhere I went, he was there. Oh, dang. But I called Jean up. She was the not the manager, but the ones that like own the apartments, the management
Owners.
company. Yeah,
Yeah.
the manager. Okay, called her up and I said, "I want to thank you, Jean, for giving me the notice to leave." And she knew me. She goes, "What notice?" And I go, "They gave me a notice to move out." She goes, "They did?" I said, "Yeah, the manager did. I just want to thank you for that." And she goes, "Why are you thanking me?" I go, "Because it gave me the kick in the butt that I needed to get out of here, this dump." And then I find out that they're gone too. There's a new management. She goes, "Kathy, I never gave a notice for you to leave." I go, "That's okay. I'm gone." I called Harbor Village right when I got it, and I asked if there was any apartments available because I'd lived there before, right? And
Mm-hmm.
she says there were two Kathys, me and Kathy Eckert. And she goes, "Which Kathy is this?" And I go, "Blazer." And she goes, "Oh, good. If you were Kathy Eckert, you wouldn't be able to come back." I go, "I don't even want to know that one." And so then that's when we moved in the back there by the Fairview State Hospital was right over the wall, but nothing ever happened. We were only there about a year and a half. The one thing I did like about it was we were right there by the back pool, really close. I used to go night swimming a lot. But yeah, that's. And we had people help us move into the front. And that's where we stayed. I think the reason they got rid of us, this is my own opinion, okay? We were only paying about $1,000 for that apartment. And it was the biggest one in there. There's only two of them, the managers and ours. And
Did you
I
make more
think,
money from it?
yes, they were going to raise the rent. So I could be wrong, but when we were living in Harbor Village the first time, we were there for 3 years, and our rent was $880, and then it went to $950. Well, $950 we couldn't afford, so I called Joyce, who was the manager at Alamoana at the time, to go back. Right, I said, Joyce, are there any apartments available? And I go, and how much are they? When we left, they were $675, right? And they were still $675. She goes, Kathy, the one above us is available right now. Which we lived above them before, so they knew how we were, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that was on the third floor, and we were right there by the elevator. If you were in my kitchen, you could hear the elevator, which didn't bother me. You get used to it,
Mm-hmm.
and it was okay. It was 2 bedroom, 1 bath. It had a balcony. Only about 10 of the apartments had balconies of out of 60, and ours was one of them. That's where I went out there and we lived next door in the corner one in 56, and I told Dave, I said, Dave, if we move, I won't smoke in the house anymore. I'll smoke outside because I'll have the balcony out there, right? I don't know why I ever said that, but I had to do. I had to keep, no matter how cold it was, I had to smoke outside. But then that was also, I found out that Jen was allergic to smoke, so it was better for her.
Mm-hmm. Better for you too.
Yeah, better for me too, because the house didn't smell like smoke.
Well, in your lungs and your health in that regard.
I quit when the ER doctor yelled at me. It'll be April 26th, will be 7 years that I quit.
Good for you.
And I do feel a lot better. I can breathe a lot easier, especially in this Washington air. I mean, you can tell how crisp and clean and, versus out there in California, how smoggy and everything.
Mm-hmm.
You could really tell the difference in the air. But because I had lived in California and lived in that smog my whole life, I didn't really know any different. But when I would come visit Karen, I'd say, one of these days I'm going to live up here. I'd love it up here. And I talked to Dave about it. He said, no, we're not moving to Washington. I'm not going to do it. This was like years ago, right? And where are we at right now?
Beautiful Washington State
Yep.
with multiple mountain ranges, high mountains, sea level,
We
and
had we had mountains. We had Big Bear,
oh,
Lake
I
Arrowhead,
know.
and
I
we had
know.
the beach.
California's got the Sierra and the Pacific Coast.
Yeah. But the water at the ocean, especially Newport Beach. Oh my, it stunk like dead fish. And if the wind was blowing in the right direction, we lived about maybe 2 miles away from it. And so the wind was blowing in our direction. Bye, Sandra. See you in a few on yours.
Bye, Sandra.
Um, we could smell it where we all. Yep, we'll be there, Sandra. Um, you can smell it. It was just horrible.
Yeah, and with the rollbacks, with the abolishment of the EPA, going to get worse instead of better.
I'm sure it is. The water wasn't blue anymore. It was just, you know.
I had somebody on one of the Facebook groups when it came out with the doing away with the EPA. I said, it's going to be like it was in my youth when, or in London, when instead of fog in the streets, it was smoke from the factories and people were dying of lung disease that could have been prevented. And it'll be pollution worse than anybody in Los Angeles has ever seen up here in Seattle.
Oh, it better not be.
And he goes, you're so stupid, it won't be like that. And I'm going, I'm not stupid. And if you say things like that again, I'm going to report you to the administrator of this site, this page.
Somebody called you stupid?
Yeah. And he goes, just try it, you ignorant slut.
What?
Yeah. So I went to the main page and I had his name written down and I did the copy paste. I said, this is what this guy said to me. He's not on that page anymore. He's gotten blocked from it.
Good. What's his problem?
And the
Hmm.
administrator said, in case you didn't know, I was the first one who liked your comment and agreed with it.
Yeah, we don't have the EPA, you're right. I mean, they're there to protect. And if it's not there, then
Allowing Georgia Pacific to open up those smokestacks and make Bellingham and Everett stink again. Tacoma will stink again, like it did when I was a kid before the EPA. Sewage will flow into Puget Sound again.
you mean I won't have that nice, crisp air anymore?
It'll take a while, but well, in Redmond, you're far enough away from Tacoma and Everett, which were major stink places when I was a kid.
Well, was this when you were in Kirkland or
Yeah, as a little girl.
not too far away from there? Remember, Kirkland's my neighbor.
I know.
Yeah, plus, they say that California has more people than Canada, all of Canada.
Oh, I know.
So I'm really glad to get. I can't imagine all of Canada.
Well, the most populous areas of Canada are along the US Canadian border.
Hmm. Yep. But one little state has more people than Canada
Mhm.
altogether.
California is not a little state.
No, but it's not
You've
gigantic.
got you've got three very large cities.
LA,
San Francisco's pretty darn big, and San Diego.
San Francisco, and San Diego. I've never been to San Francisco. That was one place I wanted to go on my bucket list.
I have
You're ahead of me.
been to
But
Oakland and Berkeley, San Diego or San Francisco, Santa Barbara, LA, Anaheim,
Oh, you know it's going to be so weird?
Crescent City on the
The
northern.
Oakland A's aren't there anymore.
I know they went to Las Vegas, I think.
Yes, it's going to be so weird not having them in Oakland. They're not Oakland A's anymore.
Oh, the Oakland Raiders are in Vegas.
Are they?
Yes.
Man, I've got a lot of these done, but I still have a ton more to go. Look at all of them I got done today.
Not bad.
Okay, getting about that time.
Yep.
What time is it? 12. But so, okay. Oh man, I gotta rest my eyes for a second. Okay. We have at the moment 11 on, 14 likes. Very nice. Okay. Now, Sandra's on. I don't know what she's doing, but she's on over there. So, are there any questions? Or are you going to come on tomorrow, Susan?
Tomorrow's
No.
Wednesday. I have scripture study tomorrow.
Okay, that's right. I remember. I got to wait till Gladys gets back.
Gladys is back.
Okay. Yeah, she says hi to everybody. Okay, are there any questions?
What's
I said, I said,
tomorrow's
I said, bye, everyone.
ah
Yeah, I
what's
caught that.
tomorrow's thing you're gonna be doing, Kathy?
Tomorrow's the vintage Christmas.
And what's the block?
The block is
The
stand by.
gingerbread man.
Yeah, I know, gingerbread man. But
Gingerbread man.
yeah, it's this guy right here.
Run as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man. That's a cute
Okay.
block.
This is going to be tomorrow's block. Do I have any brown? No.
I can't help you. I have no brown for flower pots.
So I'll
I,
have
I
to.
can't do it. I don't have any rickrack, so
I got the
I don't
Rick
have
Rack.
any of that either.
I have Rick Rack.
I don't have the book. Hey.
You're missing just one little tiny detail. Okay. So there's no questions. No, I might skip that one and go to the next one.
Until you get some brown, right?
Mm-hmm.
which is
The
what's the
next
next one?
one, let me see. I'll show you.
I got the book, but I can look it up.
Oh, you got the book. Okay.
I don't have the book, so I can't look it up.
Yes, Susan. Um, the snowman? No. The snowman. Okay, so the next one after that is the snowman, which is this one right here. So I
I can
think
only
that's
see his scarf.
we're gonna do the snowman tomorrow. How's that? So we can find brown. And then we'll get back to the gingerbread. Okay? Okay, so there's no questions, no nothing. Okay. Let's all walk in a nice orderly fashion over to Sandra's. No pushing, no shoving.
Bye.
Bye, you guys.
Bye, everybody. Love you. Thanks for coming. See you at Sandra's.
Come on, leave.
See you Thursday, Susan.